is Wacky Wednesday. You already know we at work decided to hop on, chop it up with individual. See was the talk of the town is going down the wind of the curve. You heard me. Let me just set this up real quick. Oopsie. Alright. What's cracking like in dashboard? What's good, my low? Chilling like a villain? Let me just set this up real quick, though, my boy. Oops. All right, we Gucci. How's your Wednesday going? You already know we right here just chilling, my boy. Another working day. Another day, another dollar. It's good, bro. A lot of work, but other than that, we good. I guess we should be grateful there's a lot of work. Considering, some people don't have work like those who are caught up in the government shutdown. Happy Wicked. Oh, yeah, Wicked Wednesday. There you go. What's good, Jose? ¿Qué es la buena vida, carnal? The government is shut down. Serio, my boy. Till they get this problem that it seems to always be going down over and over and over again. People make a big deal, but in ultra reality, I mean, government shutdowns are happening more now than before, so it's not actually uncommon no more. It's actually common. It's actually rare when we don't have a government shutdown no more. Ray just said that the federal government is bringing a RICO charge against the... Why are they... Okay, what is he suing for, and what's the counter-sue? A RICO charge? How does he know that in a RICO charge? I doubt he would be privileged to that information. Like how exactly does he know that the government is bringing a RICO charge to them? Like how did he get his hands on that kind of information? Normally that information isn't thrown out there because then they don't want the people that they're going after to find out and then them start to get rid of, evidence and shit like that. That would be like a big ass problem if someone did leak that kind of info. RJ got done by Kim, so he's just jealous in his story. Any information? Oh, okay, so he's just like spitballing out there. He's just winging it. He's just saying all kinds of stupid shit. Then. Oh, he for sure is winging it. Allegations of a RICO case and that he has that info. Like, my boy, who do you think you are? Like, do you think people are really that stupid? Serio. What's cracking like Mr. Pasa's definitely up in the casa for the raza. Any tips on taking care of a car AC? A car AC? Why, your AC ain't working in your car? Is there fluid in there? What do you think about us and Mickey Mouse and los... No, eso sí cierto. Yeah, you do have to worry about that. That's why you got to take it to a legit mechanic where, they just can't do all that kinds of shit like that because if not, they could get terminated and, yada yada. Compared to if you just take it to a homie who says he's a mechanic, then if he does fuck up, I mean, well, there's not much you can do about that. I think Chevy... My boy's got it on lockdown when it comes to the Chevys, eh? They're trying to bring up her past and how she had cops called to her home. What does that have to do with anything, though? So she parties and gets wild, and cops go into her pad. There's cops that go to other people's pads more times than that, right? So she was young and wild. TikTok are saying he's innocent. Who's innocent? RJ? Sky's the limit. Donate through super chat. I could get super chat donations. I didn't even know that. Oh well, if that's true, well then thank you. It's not necessary, and but thank you. Kardashian pictures of them throwing gang signs. Yeah, but I could see her being goofy and dumb like that though, like thinking that she was cool at the time, young and dumb. Thinking that she's part of the hip crowd. No, they grew up in Cucamonga, I think. So they're from the IE. I think they grew up in Cucamonga. You get to a legit mechanic shop and professional. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be more expensive, but at the same time, are you looking for it to be done right? Right, like not having to worry about other shit though. But if you're looking to save some money, then you could just take it to somebody that you know is not gonna do you dirty. Like if you have a camarada, or if you know somebody who knows a camarada that's not gonna do you dirty like that, then you can put your trust on that. Oh, okay, about the David individual. I doubt anybody really thinks he's innocent. Or who knows? They probably do. I don't know. There's a lot of dumb people out there. Think like a victim. That could just be trollings. You're always gonna get trolls out there that bust their mamadas like that. The ones that are just looking to like rowdy up the people, like get them mad. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Um, they are bringing up information about household about saying her parents were a problem and she was. Yeah, okay. If she did come from a troubled home, if her parents were bad parents and all of that, okay, yeah. But what does that have to do with her getting killed though? Like, her death is still like, nonetheless. Like, let's say if this individual killed her, he is still at fault for that though. Um, it's not like we can just dismiss that just because her parents were bad parents. Like, nah, this fool. I mean, even you come from a broken home and you yourself display bad, character. That doesn't mean that you deserve to lose your life or that somebody has the right to take your life, though. You get what I'm saying? All of that shit is irrelevant. No, I wasn't talking about you. Talking about the situation on that we're discussing. I don't trust my head. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, there's some people that just because that's your camarada, you're gonna dismiss the Mickey Mouses that they do. Lawyers will probably try to argue that he had to because he's getting her. He had her moved because no, but who is he though? He doesn't have the right to do that kind of stuff though. She is underage, therefore, he can't just come in and like make choices for her. You know what I mean? Who the fuck is he to think he has that right though? Whether you like it or not, the parents have the choices in that though when she's underage. Unless you manage to adopt her or some shit like that, right? But just because you guys are cool, that doesn't mean that you get to be making the choices for her. I'd rather do it myself. Like what, fixing the AC? I mean, well, when it comes to the AC, I mean, it's not that difficult. But I'm pretty sure if you take it to a mechanic, they're not going to charge you that much for it, though. There was a music producer that went to jail because they found it money. And it's, oh, serio? Damn. So he's not even the first one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the individual has no case on him, like, as a defense. As a matter of fact, it's going to be very difficult for him to prove how he's innocent in all this. So he could marry her. That in itself is disturbing on its own, right? Like, think about it like this. I'm just gonna wait till she turns 18, and then everything will be legit. You already know how it works. It's not like a light switch. It's not like all of a sudden she goes from 17 and 18, and all of a sudden they're a whole new person. Like they're able to make rational decisions and every. I mean, nothing changes from 17 to 18 mentally. You know what I mean? So the fact that you're just gonna be waiting for her to turn like that and everything is cool, it is still seen as weird as fuck, bro. Like she's literally just out of high school, or some cases they're even still in high school even once they turn 18, right? And you're just right there like waiting. Like if that's not suspicious in itself or is not weird in itself. You know? Like what could you guys possibly have in common? Yeah, I know it's a man-made. Yeah, but it doesn't make it okay though, because there's some places where consent is, at the age of 16, right? But that's still weird nonetheless, though. I feel a lot of these laws just get passed just for a lot of guys will feel not that bad about what they're actually doing, though. But it's still weird nonetheless, though. That's why I'm just the best. Take care of my family. No, yeah, I feel you. I feel you, my boy. I feel you. People try to use religion to say the age of consent should be lower. Yeah, I know. But I'd rather go based off the science than the actual religion. Because man is definitely flawed. Very flawed. I'm wondering what happened in the second body. Yeah, I know that's true. It probably isn't connected to him though, because I doubt. I mean, like I said, he's very sloppy, so I doubt he would be able to get rid of two bodies without. By now they would have found the connection, just of how sloppy he is. You get what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they would have already connected the two. He doesn't seem like he's somebody that's legit. No, that is true. That is true, but sometimes coincidences do happen, though. Not every. Sometimes not everything is connected. Times change. Times do definitely change. That's why, like, when we're talking about back then, and like, let's say individuals were doing this kind of stuff, right? We can't hold them to the same standards that we hold people nowadays, right? Because back then people weren't aware of this information. We didn't have the research and the understanding of the human behavior, the human brain, and why was it seen inappropriate and yada yada, right? Compared to now, we know all this stuff, right? So trying to hold them with the same standards, even though they lack that information, though, it's not right either, right? Man is just a product of its time. We learn as time goes. That's why it was seen more appropriate back then, and even back then, it was still seen as like strange, right? Um, but now that we actually have the information, the knowledge, and we actually provide people with this knowledge and understanding of why it's inappropriate, the fact that individuals still take it upon themselves to go and do that kind of stuff, knowing this knowledge, right, but just not caring for it, it should already let you know about, their motives. What are your thoughts on men who decide to wear dresses, carry purses, wear lipstick, and no? I mean, whatever makes them feel happy. I guess. you know, I don't give thought to anything like that. Like, well, if that's how he likes to live, then that's him. I mean, in itself, I think it's strange, but I mean, that's him, not me. So it's irrelevant to what I have going on. You get what I'm saying? Long as he doesn't come disrespecting me, I mean, it's all to the gravy. I don't care. I'm doing me, he's doing him, and that's just what it is. But then again, the population isn't growing. Well, yeah, people are not having as many kids as before, but I don't think it's gonna put like a big ass dent into like the world population, though. I find it strange that there's some conspiracy theories that people think that the world is overpopulated, right? And then I find it funny that there's also conspiracy theories that the world is underpopulated. Like those two groups of conspiracy theorists need to get together and have a debate. Uh, I mean, there's certain places back in the days that say that girls grow at a faster pace than people do. Yeah, I mean, they grow maybe like body wise, right? But not mentally wise, though. You know what I mean? Like just because they get their periods or they start to show breasts or whatever, but mentally they're still a child, though. That all of a sudden doesn't grow faster or they don't age faster than that, though, right? That is what I'm talking about. Like just because a girl now could have sex, that doesn't make her an adult, though. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's the one point that people neglect. For some odd reason, they don't focus in on that, though. My love bug is definitely up in the building. Love you, baby. What's wrong with a satchel? No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a satchel. I mean, I personally wouldn't wear one, and I personally don't, find it all that appealing, right? But as to say that there's something wrong with it, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. It would be different if, like, the person was wearing, like, an actual purse, right? But a satchel, I mean, it is what it is. It's kind of like saying, like, what would be, like, what's wrong with them wearing a fanny pack? Like, well, there's nothing. I mean, I don't find it stylish, but as to say that there's something wrong with it, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. It's more to me what I find like wrong is that they now people start to wear them just because everybody else starts to wear them. You get what I'm saying? Like, why do you like the satchel? Like, they really have no reason that they could tell you why they like the satchel. They'll just pretty much tell you, well, everyone nowadays is using the satchel. Oh yeah, I mean, you gave me the reason of why now everyone's, but why do you like it though? Not why everyone else likes it or why everyone else is doing it, but why you yourself. But they can't give you the answer. They'll just say just because everyone else is doing it and I want to be like everybody else. It's pretty much saying that without saying that. Mr. Criminal Lampers has a blue rag on it. Why does it have a blue rag on it? I thought he found Jesus and the Holy Spirit and he doesn't care for none of that and he's past all of that and yada yada yada. So he's like in limbo. He's still fighting with himself. Ah, there you go. But the weird part is police are not asking the public for any info, so they likely have exactly. Likely have they likely have the sources in which they could probably have their answers, and that's what they're investigating right now. You know, they're just making sure that those sources are legit. Yeah, facts. Like I said, people just got to be patient. You know, they're probably waiting for the results of the DNA as well. People have to keep in mind when they send like the DNA, you know, to be, you know, analyzed and get the results. You also have people sending DNA throughout the whole entire fucking United States, you know, with all kinds of murders in it. So you can imagine the piles and piles of DNA that these people have to test, right? It's not like, you know, the gates just open specifically for her and it's like they test hers right away, right? Like there's all kinds of, you know, tests that have to be done, and those tests are very, very, very expensive, right? So, you know, it takes time. It just takes time to get those testings done, and then for them to be, you know, sent back with the results. You know, that's why when people be like, if you get just arrested like right away when you just did the crime, and they say that they already had the DNA test results back, they're full of shit, bro. There is no way in hell you got the results back that quick, bro. So you are lying right now. Shadow members. Nah, I don't carry a members. I don't see the need for it. Like, why would I use a satchel? Like, why would I, you know, care to wear one? You get what I'm saying? I don't see the purpose of it. And like I've always said, I am never trying to be like nobody else. So I don't care to be like the rest of the people. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my lunch break is over. We gotta get back to it. It was good chopping it up with you guys, and we out.